been a fairly, it's just every couple of weeks, sit down, plug the controller in, make some money. They're having a great time.
I think if you've done the predictions on this channel, if you've watched every Coinbox that's ever happened, and you just bet max on Sonix every single time, you are lifetime up like at least 2.5x of everything you've bet.
I think,
at
yeah,
this point.
this is a pretty good number.
Like, you could predict the bad beat sometimes, which will happen. ShinyMark is able and has beaten Sonix many times before. It depends on the vibes. I guess you could say you know the vibes.
Oh, please.
You certainly do. We all know the vibes, let me tell you.
I guess you could say
During
that.
Supernova, we had a set where Sonix went from being one full stock ahead to being 2 stock ahead. But then what are the vibes at this point?
The vibes are accelerating.
They simply exist. The vibes simply are.
Bro, that's good vibes. That's what it is. Speaking of vibes, the vibe for me is that I said I was gonna leave after Asker's set. Nice segue.
There you
I'll
go.
see you guys later.
Loogie, we'll see you,
next
bud.
week, Luigi.
Have a good one.
Always, brother.
Cheers.
Have a good one. Take care.
Peace out, man. Here we go. On to our first game of this new classic, as we should call it, because these two have met each other quite a few times. The meta has gone basically under the stage at this point. They fought in every corner, every square inch imaginable of small battlefield.
I'm trying to innovate for the viewers, alright?
Yeah, and I feel like the first stock here is always the key, right? You make one chase the other. Pikachu controls the air, Sonic on the ground. Actually, both players control the air. Let's be honest. The Hedgehog and a Rat, both with magical powers.
I've got to say, there was something quite inherently funny about the fact that the first thing they both did was drop onto the platform and walk away from each other. That was like, that just like set the tone for the rest of the set. But yeah, as you said, you know, these two have played so many times before that, you know, there's going to be sort of levels upon levels upon levels that you only really get when you've got, I mean, what was, you know, the total set count was like 60 or something ridiculous like that.
All right.
But already Sonic's trying to get the edge guard going.
First dogfight of the match. I always call it dogfights when they're both off stage and they're both just like teching off the wall and trying to catch one or the other in a checkmate situation. Here we have the classic Shiny going under the stage to the right side this time. Players are basically forced to check or guess. Even if they guess, they usually don't have enough time to go, because you can just delay when he does that quick attack from the bottom of the stage too.
You can see how obnoxious he is when his recovery is already going to weird angles to just try to avoid Sonic's going for the S to the ledge. So yeah, as you say, 50 sets in, you start to sorry, 50 games, right? Between these two. You start to understand what you can expect from your opponent. Just like that. Look at that.
Yeah, we can just see ShinyMark again just electing for this. You know, we saw it particularly at, I think it was Smash Factor recently, which, you know, he managed to be victorious at, but that sort of using, oh my, you know what, shut me up. Shut me up, I've got nothing to say. ShinyMark putting on a show.
Back will be enough, and the game is even back to square one, 5 minutes.
But that was the fact that he was able to find the stock that quickly and that simply. Usually, he makes it a lot more difficult. Kind of caught him sleeping there. Caught him lacking. Okay. Attack under the platform for a little bit of safety. Still trying to feel each other out. No crazy lead just yet. Usually, when the stock lead happens at low percent, it snowballs and you can call the game early. But it's still too early to call here, by all means.
Just a nice little three-piece there from ShinyMark, trying to catch the landing a little bit late on that forward tilt, but picks it up with the up air. Sonix again just electing for that very defensive play style, trying to catch in with the dash attack, but ShinyMark just being incredibly evasive at the moment.
Yeah.
Play defensive, hey, look at me, I can do the same.
Tries to catch him, snaps the ledge, no more ability, little wall jump. Risky landing on the platform there, but no punish either.
Just surviving it, interesting. Game is dead even.
Taking it incredibly slowly, and I love that from ShinyMark, just recognizing that immense amount of lag from the homing attack and getting a dash attack before his troubles leading the edgeguard situation. And another one. Are we going to get more of a punish? Love that reaction time just to be able to get the dash attack, but the back air reversal from Sonix, and no punish from ShinyMark on that.
Surprisingly, that's the first time I see Sonix going to miss like the timing of these moves twice in a row. In a long while.
Thanks, Sen. I hope both players win too. It'd be a beautiful world if we could do that, you know? if everyone could just win every time. It'd be a nice world. Both characters can also go under the stage and make it ambiguous where they're going to land. It's kind of funny. And both characters jump away and spam neutral B. It's kind of beautiful.
It's not so well because like they both have that element.
Whoa!
Wow.
See,
No
that's
whatsoever.
And
That could
eventually,
have gone south so quickly.
sometimes it takes 4 minutes. Sometimes it happens immediately, but eventually someone does a risky move that pays off in spades. And right here, you're going to see Sonix basically run away with the lead. Starts at 18, then 27, then 43, and we've seen this movie many times, right?
Yeah, indeed. This is always how it begins. You start to say, oh, I can get back into this game. I can come back from this. And then you take some risks here and there, and obviously Sonix is going to incentivize on it every time.
Yep.
Only 2.5 minutes left on the clock as well. You know, not necessarily going to be like the main game plan, but the possibility of a timeout is always in the background. However, I feel like Sonix will just try and end it if possible. Lovely frame trap there, and then catching with the dash attack with the on-stage recovery, and it is looking pretty spicy for ShinyMark at the moment.
It is. Side B to click onto the ledge there.
Make the ball hits off the there. I think he wanted to go for the dragging there. This is not going to happen this time around.
He has optimized the ledge play with Sonix so well. Just getting back on the stage too. The spring cancels, the spin dash cancels. Reading where your opponent's gonna hop.
The point is a bit like, again, so mechanically perfect. This is disgusting.
Fair goes deep, looks for the back air read. Spring.
Yeah, and just trying to keep his stage as well, trying to catch that quick attack. However, Sonix, we've seen this happen a few times before, just about manages to escape that situation. But, you know, ShinyMark, again, I think, again, with the timer being so low, you can go for those risky plays, because even if worst case scenario happens and you do SD, realistically, you're not going to die in the next minute or so. And as I say, 1 minute left on the clock.
Yep. Ooh, up throw might have killed.
Definitely not going to take the risk, I guess.
51 seconds left. Oh my god, you weren't kidding. I thought there was no way, but I was like, damn, there's actually no way.
Don't go for the timeout, friends.
Timeout on game one will be devious. Okay. Yeah, Mark's gonna need a crazy fucking read. Something just nutty.
Yeah, because I think that's the thing. Even Pikachu as a character, on stage, you haven't really got too much that's going to kill at that like 20-30%, right? I mean, obviously the offstage down air, always in the back of the mind, but Sonix, again, just playing this incredibly safe play style, knowing exactly what the big risky moves are, and as I say it, 20 seconds left on the clock, but hey, we haven't got timeout.
A two-stock with 20 seconds left. A two-stock. That is devious work.
The worst I had timeout-wise was during Genesis X, I think. I had to commentate T against Ken. And the first game ended up with a timeout with 2 stock on each side remaining.
Wow.
So, yeah. I mean, I will survive this match here, but I do hope that ShinyMark find his footing and manage to just push Sonix to his limit.
Shout out to Lyoko, the DDD. That's all I'm going to say. Shout out to him.
I think the scary part about like Sonix's gameplay is that it's not like he kind of shows the timeout card straight away. Like, he does have these moments where, and maybe it's just the fact that he's optimized the punish game so well, but like, it always feels like in those last couple of minutes, oh, Sonix is playing for timeout, and then suddenly he'll go for that quite aggressive read. He'll go for that quite sort of like big option to try and catch, and it's a really interesting sort of like change of pacing just within a couple of seconds, and it's honestly really exciting to watch. And even though that went all the way down to 20 seconds, it felt like a fairly fast-paced game in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, it's just like they gotta like babysit each other up to a certain point, but you notice the one moment everything changed when I called it, when he found that sort of like, he went deep with him into the left side of the stage, found the wall tech, and then got the hit, and he didn't take the remaining one. Like, after that point, he just stayed at 2 stocks % the entire rest of the game. And that's what I mean. You gotta find, it's like the nail in the coffin that you gotta find once per game that gives you that big enough lead to frustrate your opponent to the point where they can't catch you.
Definitely, just to bounce back on what you were saying, Joycey, there's always a point in lead where it's kind of like he knows what are your panic options when you're close to your timeout, right? And he does manage to find the last stock, again in the last half minute, because he knows that you're going to take those risks at those times, and he's going to incentivize on it. And it seems like he's running away with the victory again this time.
That was such an early stock in the grand scheme of things as well. We'd been seeing these stocks in the first game last year, at least at 120, 130%, if not even further again, with how safe both of these players can play. But to dodgeable back air at 90% before the hit, and hang on, but Mark, the stage is the other way. Where are you going, brother?
Also, Astro Wrath going to be off screen for quarters. Wrath 3-0'd Zap, the revenge of the Sonix. Can Astro help us out here? Let's find out.
I mean, like I said earlier, Astro is super confident in that matchup, so I would not be surprised to see him take that. But again, Wrath is very much a different beast when it comes to Sonix, so we'll see. But yeah, certainly with this game, wow, one wonderful option there from ShinyMark. But again, charging to the face.
Was that a two-frame from downtown? I couldn't tell. That was a two-frame frame, no visibility.
He did it a few times before, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, he's got that timing down so well, and now 3 stocks to 1. This is, I mean, I talk about mountains to climb, but this is just like a straight vertical wall. Like, you've got no leeway to get back into this. And ShinyMark, still very much attempting, but it is going to be nearly impossible to get this done. But hey, I've seen stranger things happen.
This is Mount Everest, and I'm just like, you go to the character here. The thing with Sonix is, he'll win, and then sometimes he'll lose, but every single day, he just gets stronger. He's like an AI hell-bent on learning this character to pure perfection, to the point where no one can anymore. There might be a year where Sonic just wins every event of an entire year, and that's it, and then the game is solved. Wow! God!
So good.
How did he know?
He's next level. He is just next level. And like, it's one thing I really want to commend about Sonix in general is like how strong his mentality is, because I'm going to be real, he's had that real long streak of like second place finishes at big majors, and I feel like for some players that could be like quite demoralizing that you get so close every time. But it feels like, at least from what I've seen, that he's like, right, cool, gotta grind that matchup, let's get back to it, right, it'll happen next time, let's get back to it. And like, no matter how many times he gets like knocked down, he's just going back. And like you said, Hungrybox, it's just every single time we see him, it's that little bit more optimal, that little bit more clean, and eventually, like you said, I think we're going to see the year of Sonix any day now.
Ola Royal, thanks for the sub.
That's a good stream. We've seen ShinyMark do a few times. The only issue he has was always for the killing move, right? So the damage will ramp up for sure, but it seems like the first few games, Sonix did find the lead quite early. Will ShinyMark adapt? This is the question we all have in mind.
I mean, he's made some pretty damn good adjustments so far. 85, 96% unanswered at the moment, catching the spin dash out of the corner and just trying to end it all with that down air. Sonix finally getting a little bit of damage going, but ShinyMark has really made some lovely adjustments, and it's showing in this first stock.
Do you think he takes this one?
What was that?
Do you think he will take this one?
I think it'll be 3-0 Sonic.
3-0?
Wow.
Yes. That game 2 is all the convincing that I needed. If it was like offline and the stakes were like higher for like a PT or something like that. Again!
Why are you right?
Dude,
Why
these
are you
catches
right?
are fucked! Online he's hitting those? That's like really, if that's a 2-frame, that's extremely hard.
This is what we were talking about though earlier, right? That like the crazy shift between like the most optimal player you've ever seen, and then like you hone in on that punish and just have it perfectly. That was like 40% before the hit, but ShinyMark evening it up. But like Sonic's is nuts, man.
Mark had a huge lead that first, like he finally has a stock lead, and Sonic's just like, nope, back to square one. You understand? Yeah. This is why I said 3-0.
Like a heavy character for 1 second. With no drawbacks.
He's pretty decent.
He's not bad, I've got to say.
Yeah.
He's alright.
Steve Sonic is still my top 2, so that in this build of Ultimate at least. Before Ultimate Deluxe drops, of course. Holiday season 2025.
Waluigi in it.
You'll see. You'll all see. Waluigi and Gino confirmed. We're gonna all see. Oh my god. Ah! Okay, nice. Oh?
When again, Sonic's just recognizing that ShinyMark has been trying to catch these sort of jumps and aerial approaches from the ledge, and then just being one step ahead, just jumping over. However, ShinyMark once again got him in the corner, attempts that ledge trump, doesn't quite manage to get it, and now once again we're in this predicting game. We're underneath the stage. Once again, there are no limits for any of these players.
Brandon Connors, thanks for the $10 super chat, saying Sonic's actually the best player in the world, but Mia and Aquila dodge him very often. Honestly, if every player in the world entered every tournament that mattered, every single week, who is the best player in the world? It's a good question. I'd give it. That's why I actually think Sonix is the best player in the world. It's a weird take, but yeah.
Second, so I do agree with this one. And that's not a jab at him, like literally. Like if you were to finish second to every single player in the game, for me you'd lose.
Yeah, because it's not even as if like he's losing to the same players. It's just that, you know, on the day, just one player happens to be better that day. But he's still got like crazy good records on a lot of these really good players. So it is just going to be like once Sonix can. And the thing is, it always snowballs. Like once you get like that one win, it just like snowballs from there. So I think once Sonix finally sort of breaks that barrier, I think we're just going to see him number one just for time after time.
If you take the average placings of wow, okay. See, now it's Mark's turn. Okay, hold on, he might win this. But if you take the average placings of all players, Sonix is 2, exactly 2, because if you take 2 times 7 divided by 14 or divided by 7, you get 2. Does any other player in the world has as high of an average placing as 2? I don't think so, right?
I think by 7 and dividing it by 7, you get back to the base number.
Yes, that's my point. I'm saying like because he placed only second at everything. Yes. Well, that's my question. I'm wondering if anyone has a higher average placing than 2. I don't think so. I'd be surprised to see.
Yeah, I think like maybe, and again this is my lack of knowledge, but like maybe Aquila could have something close. But yeah, I think you're right. Just the sheer consistency of Sonix, but you know, ShinyMark at the moment just trying to get a point on the board again. ShinyMark, another one of those players.
What's
just
so
drop down
deep?
back air.
Oh my god!
So good.
Knowing when to take the risks and always getting the reward after it.
Okay. Nice.
Just Sonix trying to get that percent racked up. ShinyMark with the lead at a moment. 1.5 minutes left on the clock, and the quick attack just landing right next to Sonix, but just not quite having the punish ready baked at the moment. Just staying on this platform, knowing that Sonix is trying to approach. Very risky quick attack there, and this could be a ledge regrab, but just retreating to that right hand platform, keeping it incredibly safe. And yeah, this is what you were talking about earlier on, Hungrybox, just the off-stage play, and particularly when you've got like this little time left, it's so good as a stalling option.
I know some people might not enjoy this, but like I said, I watched all 10 games of the S-Factor Grands, and I enjoyed every single game. Whoa! Every single game, because these two, it's just like you can see them adapt and evolve as we go along. And now we have another timeout situation with 50 seconds left, and now Sonix might have to act a little more quickly here or go for another crazy forward smash. The fair is off there. He's gonna go deep. Quick attack does not connect. ShinyMark can't get it, and he gets a forward smash, and the set goes on. No timeout. Again, Mark on the board. I was wrong, and I'm glad to see it, man. 2-1 now.
Good thing ShinyMark did manage to find the one opening that Sonic gave him, because do you remember game 1, there's 2 times where Sonix went for the homing missile and missed and landed incorrectly, right? Besides these 2 times, I don't think he made a single mistake during the whole set up to this point, and that last interaction here was the only time he decided to take some risk that didn't bear any fruit this time around.
Also, I'm not gonna lie, every time that I see Sonix go off stage in the last minute, I shit myself. I'm so scared every single time, because I've seen that man fly off the side of the stage in hunger for an edge guard. So, you know, huge credit to ShinyMark for getting that first game again. It's that first step, particularly after how the start of that game went, right? You know, having that really big lead and then just getting F smashed at 40 and just perishing. The fact that he sort of kept his mental and carried on going, it's, you know, so impressive to see, and we'll see if he can continue it in game 4.
Yep. Are we going back? Small battlefield.
I see no change in stage at all. I mean, both players will stay in there up to the last moment, and I'm not going to complain. Smaller stage will benefit ShinyMark for sure.
I mean, yeah. I think they only fight in this stage. I think it's like a gentleman's agreement. At least online, they only fight here. From what I can remember. Maybe town.
Oh no, Sonic's got the music buff.
Yeah, he did. Theme song.
Is that full? Oh no.
You can see, just once again, just very, very delicate play style between the both of them right at the start. It's like we've been saying time and time again, just that first stock that really is where it counts and really where you can make that money. But, you know, not like that game 3 where we saw it really sort of snowball in ShinyMark's favor. It's definitely a lot more even. We'll see what kind of punish. A nice little 3-piece there to get Sonix into the air. A lovely up air to catch, and another ledge trap situation for Sonix, just going from side to side, but just stuck at the ledge once again against ShinyMark.
Thank you, Odin, for the 5 gifted. Put some O's in there too. I know it's getting a bit late, but appreciate all the whales and people who've been gifting. We're at 194 today. Odin, thank you. He's at 15 gifted so far. Also, shout outs to Ardio and Mr. Filed, Der Bauer, Igza, Sunday Isabel, Misfit, Fire Evan, KRW AKA, and B-Dub the Boss. All high fivers or more. Thank you for that.
I love that attempt of the higher recovery from ShinyMark to get around the F smash, but again, that next level knowledge, just to have that down smash ready to catch that high recovery and the drop down. But it is ShinyMark once again with the advantage, just going for that up air to catch the jump. Lovely little reaction there, and we're going to see, can anything more come of this? But Sonic's throwing out the
yeah, smash. I respect it. I see the vision. 16, not going to connect anything after that neutral D, but maybe next time?
Yeah, we see Sonix just tempting ShinyMark to try and recover low. Didn't quite manage to capitalize it, just throwing down a spring there to try and get something started, but ShinyMark able to get back onto stage, and it's, you know, over 2 minutes. The stock hasn't been taken. That's how delicately both of these players are taking it at the moment. They know what's at stake, but I love that from ShinyMark, just the dash forward, catching Sonix's retreat back. Okay.
That was pretty interesting, because at these percent, ShinyMark could only find a kill with one of those and an up throw, obviously. So if we were to kind of condition Sonix to wait for a throw, he could go and pull trigger with that. It's a good idea and perfectly well executed. He takes the lead, but isn't going to be enough, because Sonix is just behind him right now.
Just going for that forward throw just to get back off stage. Can you connect with the forward air this time? You can, however, not quite being enough to take the stock just yet. Trying to catch the approach to ledge there, but 160% on ShinyMark at the moment. Sonic's just slowly taking his time and just powering through that Thunder Jolt with the back air and sending Pikachu to the right-hand blast zone. This is dead even at the moment.
Hungrybox, do you think he takes this one?
Game 5 now. You know. Game 5, I changed my mind. I don't know what it was, but I realized that ShinyMark is locked in. He suddenly, I think he wants to win this because it's like a novelty Coinbox, a special one, and it'll be good for his resume, I guess. You know, it's the same prize pool. But someone was asking.
Both curse him now.
Yeah. Someone was asking how to get a sub, and I said best way to get a sub is put a smiley face, and then you let the whale do the work. Best way to beg in this chat. And when it comes up, this next stock, very vital for this set. First place gets $800 USD.
I mean, just look how delicately both of these players are taking it at the moment. Just ShinyMark electing for a lot of these Thunder Jolts, a lot of these quick attacks just to keep Sonix guessing. The spin dash offering a similar sort of role, quite charging in there with the up B, just trying to get anything started. The lingering hit of the back air and an opportunity for Sonix, but not quite capitalizing.
That was not very legal on this lingering back air, to be honest. Like, he was already on the ground at this point.
Yeah, the shoe was already out, but the hitbox still there, and this could be an opportunity. Stunning DI there on the neutral air from ShinyMark, and a trade not quite working out for either player at the moment. It's so close between these two, and the timer as well. 2 minutes 15 seconds, and just 2 stocks each.
Thank you, Skidoo. Okay. 5 gifted to bring up melee Coinbox. Let's do it. 5 more gifted. And I'll ask Team Liquid what they think about doing 1 more for the end of the year to be cheeky. I'll do it. At least it's a go box. Back throw.
Yeah, that edge guard sequence is quite vital, right? Yeah, just...
Alright, let me text
So do you see how it is? Okay.
That was so fast.
Like business as usual in more ways than one. 1 minute 30 on the clock at the moment, and again,
damn,
this is where Sonix
really
thrives.
Thank you. Appreciate it, friends. You're the text, right?
ShinyMark is taking some water in right now.
Should have said 10. Look, I always encourage people if they want to, as long as y'all keep supporting me, I'll keep pushing what I can to get as many tournaments on this channel as possible. All right, I'm not trying to hook, line, and sinker you guys. 1 minute left. Sonix is in control. If an up throw happens here in the next 10 seconds, there's like game.
Yeah, you know what? You know what? Nah, full credit to Sonix, again, just recognizing that game plan, following it borderline flawlessly, and again, it's always with Sonix that, like, at least from what I've seen, that it's never quite like the full timeout. There's always the temptation, always the bait of the timeout, and then getting that stock normally in that last minute. So business as usual for Sonix, gonna be heading into winners finals.